Hello, this is Louisim here, and today I'm building the house of a fortune teller. And the reason I'm building this is because the Sims 4 Tiny Living is coming soon, and I just wanted to get myself into the mood of building more tiny homes and get prepared for when that pack drops. So I wanted to try something different because usually when I build tiny homes, I do them in a very modern style and just do it for the utility and try to fit in as many appliances and everything you need in uh, a place that's really small. But today I'm doing something different, and the idea for this build is that an old lady, which is a fortune teller and maybe a witch, is living here, and she has this tent at the front of the lot where she can get her customers and do read their futures. So this tent, which I'm building right now, is connected to her main house, so she can just go between the two with on that deck thing that connects the two of them. And yeah, I just try to make this look as like a tent because obviously at least I don't think we have an object that fits the idea of a tent in The Sims 4 right now. But I just tried to put as many curtains as I could and make them really colorful, because the whole idea is that it's this very oriental looking, lots of purple, greens, lots of plants, decorations. I just wanted to fit this all in, and I'm just trying to figure out which curtains work and how to put them around so that it still looks like a tent but not really. And yeah, it's just a lot of figuring that out right now. Right, so now I'm putting in the table where the fortune teller will sit, and I wanted to have two chairs there so you can come in with maybe your partner or with someone else so that she can read your future. And I couldn't find those crystal globes that we have in the game, and I thought it was pretty funny to put the future cube in. But I ended up finding them and used the globe instead. But I still put the future cube somewhere on the side. Thought that was pretty funny. And yeah, I think James Turner said, like, I didn't even know the future cube was a thing. Like, I had no idea that object even existed, but I think he said in a video that it's the most annoying and useless object, and I was like, oh man, like I had no idea that was even in the game. But yeah, it's kind of useless and kind of annoying, but it was pretty funny to put it in a fortune teller's little tent. Right, so I'm just trying to find lots of witchy looking decorations and plants, and I wanted this tent to be as cluttered as possible. And I'm using a few debug items, and if you don't know, there's a cheat you can use, and you can then use a lot of items that normally you wouldn't find in the catalog, but they are in the game, as in maybe they're part of the collections, the collectibles you can find around the world, and then you can just find them in the debug menu and use them. So yeah, I'm just again figuring out. The layout is really small, and I'm trying to put as many things in, but also make it look realistic so that it doesn't clip through all the walls and all the curtains. And I ended up changing the table because I feel like that side table that I believe came with City Living, I just think that's way more fitted for this build, even though I actually like the way the round table looked like. But yeah, again, just putting lots of decorations everywhere and moving the camera around like crazy, of course. Oh yeah, and that mirror I think is perfect in this build. And just, again, trying to find as many clutter items as I could. And oh, I really love the way that decoration, that wall decoration with the peacock looks like. And I think I used a bunch of swatches on it around this build. But that peacock one is my favorite. Oh yeah, and I put a lot of rugs. I didn't use that round on, even though it was okay, but I wanted to put I put I think 3 of them in so that it looks even more cluttered and more messy, but I think in the end it just looks really good. I love this cluttered look, and it's a lot of it's very out of my comfort zone because I'm more of a clean builder and I like modern builds. But when I have time, at least, because I could not do this on any bigger building, so in a small one like that tent, I love cluttering it and just using as many items as I can. But then again, I could not do a full house like that, and I just prefer doing it more modern and just utilizing the space differently. And yeah, now I'm building the main house, so this is where the fortune teller lives. And you can see it's really tiny. It just has like a very tiny bathroom and a very tiny kitchen and the bedroom, which is the main room as well. Yeah, it only has a single bed because I could not really fit a 2 people bed. But I think it fits the idea of the purpose of the lot. It's just this old lady that lives by herself, and while I was looking at this recording when editing, I was like, oh man, I really wish I put some pet stuff in because she obviously has cats. Yeah, but I forgot to put some pet stuff in. So you can do that if you download this lot. You can find my builds at hashtag #LouisSim in the gallery. But also my username is LouisSim YT. I'll just leave it in the description because I don't really know if that's actually my username because I just changed it recently. Because I wanted it to be the same as the channel, but that was taken and I had to do something like LouisSimYT. I think there's an underscore or something there. It's in the description. Check that out, please. Yeah, so... Oh, and I got a new microphone. Hopefully you can tell, because the other 2 videos I recorded with the voiceover were using some headphones with a really bad microphone, and it was just terrible quality. And now I got a quite nice microphone, still quite cheap, but it has an arm so I can properly record like a normal person. And in my test at least, the quality sounded okay, so I hope you can tell and that it helps. But yeah, and also I don't know, it's just really hard to record for some reason. I don't know if this is something that happens to every YouTuber or just in the beginning till you get used to it, but man, it's so hard to ramble. Like you would just think like, oh, I'll just make the video play and just talk around it. Like, I think I have like 20 takes of the beginning of this video because I just mess up and I don't know what to say and I don't make any sense. Uh, but that might also be because English isn't my first language and sometimes the words just come to me in my native language and it takes me a while till I form the right sentence and find the right words to say what I want to say. But yeah, if I make no sense or if I make lots of mistakes or say things that just don't make a lot of sense together, that's why. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna get better at this because right now it's a struggle. So back to the build. I'm just again trying to find lots of crystals and decorations. And again, I used a lot of those debug items from the collections because I thought they really fit in this house. And yeah, so you can see the bathroom only has a toilet and a shower tub combo, but the sink is right outside in the kitchen. I didn't really want to make it even more crowded than it is. And again, the kitchen really small, just enough space to cook in it. I didn't test it, but before I upload this to the gallery, I will, so that this whole house is fully functional. By the way, what do you guys think the new stuff pack will be like with Tiny Living? Because I'm wondering if besides the 100 tile limit, we'll have more challenges, like you should have a fully functioning kitchen or like 2 sinks or something like that. I'm actually quite curious and I really hope there will be a challenge to it. Also, I'm quite happy with the fact that we got the Murphy beds, although actually I would have preferred we get bunk beds instead or a ladder. But it's still pretty good that we got something like this and that it's a more build and buy oriented pack, because personally I like those a lot more than just gameplay. So back to the speed build, I believe I'm starting to do the landscaping, and not all of it is on camera because otherwise it would have taken way too long. But I'm starting with the entrance, and I wanted that little deck again to have lots of plants and to look again very witchy. And at first my plan was to put a dining table outside and put something else on the inside, but I didn't really find anything to put inside instead of the dining table. Because the space was too small. So the deck, in the end, I just put, I think, some sort of bench. And yeah, I really wanted to use that bubble solution from City Living outside because I think it fits with the kind of person that lives here. And also the cauldron from Realm of Magic is outside in the back. And also I built this little pond because which house doesn't have a little pond? Where do you get all those frogs from? But obviously you don't get in-game frogs from that little pond, but I like the way it ended up. I'm just trying to put as many bushes and flowers in, like in no particular pattern, just chaotically growing around the garden. But I actually like the way it ended up, and I don't know if this whole part was recorded. I ended up cutting a lot of it because again this video would have been way too long. But I think you can see most of the garden, and also I put on the side a bit of laundry, a few items from the laundry day stuff pack. And so yeah, laundry is functional. If you don't want that, just delete them, or if you don't have the pack, I don't know, I think they just won't be there. And now I'm trying to put on some fairy lights, and I again love the way these look with this style of build, and at nighttime they look so good, like they just make this place look so magical and so I don't know, you feel like you're in some Aladdin place or something like that. So yeah, I'm just trying to position the fairy lights so that they connect to the roof, but in the end I just connected it to the tent's roof. And also I sort of wish that walkway between the tent and the house wasn't straight, and I built it at an angle so that it gave more dimension to the lot. This way it's just that straight bit with the buildings and the pathway, but it's still okay, and it was too late to move the house at this point. And yeah, here's the nighttime look, and I was trying to see if there was enough light everywhere and that it looked good. And I went around and put some more finishing touches, like in the bathroom, just trying to find more decorations that could easily fit in. And I don't think there's much more to this build. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for listening to me ramble about nonsense for 20 minutes. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Sims 4 videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye!